And I'm live. Hello,
As am
everyone.
I.
And Ryu. Right, let's see. Post a link. Once I make sure this is working. Hey, I did a thing. All
Here's
right.
it's
And I'm
suboptimal.
live. Hello. That's the that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about my channel.
No, come on.
It is suboptimal.
Oh no, I'm talking about mine
All right.
because
So
my connection is garbage.
I think I have 11 megabytes download and 11 megabytes upload right now. But it's a steady 11 on the upload, so I'll take it.
Well, I'm dropping frames like mad. I mean, I'm recording locally, so it's not that big of a deal, but it's really annoying.
Yeah. Let's see. I forgot to put that everyone. Alrighty.
Hello, Alia, who is in my chat and not Ninja's because my chat is better. No, it's really not. You're probably gonna watch this on want to watch this on Ninja's side because my connection is not going well at the moment.
Okay, I just listened to, and I have definitely got Ryu on double dipping on his audio. So I think maybe if I mute the desktop audio, try
Oh
again
yeah,
talking.
yeah. You test. Come on. Come on. Are you going to not crap yourself? You're gonna crap yourself the entire time, aren't you?
I'm gonna try not to crap myself at all, but I may crap myself a little bit. I am getting
I'm
old.
I'm talking to my Wi-Fi. No,
Ah.
no, no. Are you stabilizing?
I think I got you sorted. I don't know. It's hard to tell because the delay is so aggressive. So,
Oh my god. Oh, no. It was good for like a second and then it crapped itself again. Yeah, this was fine yesterday. It was just fine yesterday. No problems. Like aside from one little issue, but like no actual problem. Maybe it fixed itself. Oh well.
hey, now I need to make sure that my audio, yep, my audio is coming through, your audio is coming through. We did it. Hello, Aliyah. Alaya. Alia. I'm still unsure how to say the name. Abadi. Alrighty. What? Undeliverable. Delivery has failed. Duh. Okay. I'm gonna ignore that for now and pretend like I'm not supposed to be dealing with work stuff. Because we're supposed to be talking about God of War Ragnarok.
God of boy.
Yes, El God of Boy, which is actually what I've titled the picture that is my background for this conversation, is the God of Boy. It's a fake name. Any which way is fine. All right. So I absolutely loved God of War Ragnarok. I thought it was an amazing experience, one of my favorite games. Um, I have soured on it quite a bit on multiple replays. There are parts of this game that I find to be truly just an absolute slog to get through. Um, but overall, I still really love it. And from talking with Ryu here and there, I feel like you didn't have the same experience.
Okay, well, let me say that I think this is an above average game. I think it is good. However, I do not think it is as good as God of War 2, 3, or 16.
By
I think it's better
16,
than
you mean 18.
18. God of War 4, the first Norse game.
Okay.
My primary complaint with this game, like you say that I'm kind of being affected by the fact that I played it on the hardest difficulty from the outset.
I,
I said I'm kind of said I set that fact aside when I kind of make judgments because I mean this game has one of my big pet peeves with Sony games
and what is
where
that?
a lot of the Sony games on the hardest difficulties are a lot more difficult in the early game than they are in the late game. Like you snowball so hard in most of these RPG action games that at the end of the game you are overpowered even for the hardest difficulty. But
Yeah.
that's true and that's true with God of War 16 as well. That was or 18. That was true with Ghost of Tsushima. Um like all the Sony games that I've played like that, that's kind of been true for. My big problem with this game, the thing that makes me like this less than the other games in the series is that Odin is kind of a really lame antagonist, especially compared to Zeus or Balder.
Zeus. All right. I will disagree wholeheartedly. I think Odin is a fantastic antagonist. Um, Zeus is kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? Like in God of War 1, he shows up as a gravedigger. He shows up as old man here and there. And like he's kind of a troll and a trickster. And then in God of War 2, he shows up out of nowhere and he's like, he tricks you again into giving up your powers, which that was a fucking retarded thing Kratos did. And
Yes,
then
that was unwise on Kratos' part. But Zeus had good reason for what he was doing there because Kratos was screwing with Athena. Like the starting point of God of War 2, Kratos is leading his army into Athena's main city, right? Or wherever her main temple is, right?
yeah, no, I'm not. I'm
Yeah.
just saying Zeus is kind of a goofy goober. I really don't have any big problems with him. Um, but I feel like Odin is far more fleshed out. But I'll let you make your cases on why you think he is kind of a dingus. But as far as what you said, the snowballing effect, you feel it really hard in God of War 2018 on the Give Me God of War difficulty. The beginning of that game is absolutely fucking dreadful. If
Yeah,
you
I
start
agree.
it,
That's I
because
actually had
they,
to turn the difficulty down on that. I need to go back and retry that. But
oh,
that was like the first time I ever played that game.
it is just a whole bag of crap. Because they just continuously gank squad you, and you don't have any way of dealing with anything other than the axe. But they're trying to teach you which on normal difficulty or even the second hardest difficulty, Give Me No Mercy. It does teach you to dodge, block, and use your axe effectively. But on the hardest difficulty, it just wrecks your shit because you die in one or two hits from everything. But this game I feel is a bit more balanced, but you still have that effect for sure.
This game is a lot better with that than the other one was. I did have to give up the first playthrough on being God of War. Um, because I made it through a good, or well, I made. Do you remember when Atreus knocks down the bridge and you first fight the big Chungus monsters?
In which game?
2018.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. With the you and then you just constantly get more and more enemies spawn in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I made it to that fight on Give Me God of War difficulty in the first playthrough. And I had to give up there just because them big chunguses, I could not kill them with my current skill level back then.
Yeah.
Like whatever, I couldn't keep them stunned. They would do the level up thing that restored their hit points to full. That was the big thing that screwed me. Um, so how um, so to like to kind of explain why I don't like Odin, we need to go back to the end of 2018. So at the end of 2018, you have um, Odin who wants to prevent Ragnarok. Correct?
Yes.
That is his main goal. That's kind of all the stories that you've heard, which I'll have some comments about the stories in 2018, which are all fun, but I think they missed a big moment for in this for that. But his primary motivation, basically everything he does, is to try to stave off Ragnarok. Right?
Yes.
What's his motivation in this game?
I don't know.
The
Oh,
mask.
Odin's?
Yes.
Um, it seems to be the same thing as it was.
No. No. At the start of the game, he says he's already figured out how to prevent
Yeah,
Ragnarok.
he believes that until he finds out the Groa statues that Groa had lied to him. Once he finds
Yes.
that out, then his motivation becomes to uh subvert whatever they're doing because he finds out that, oh shit, I thought I had Ragnarok locked down, but I don't.
But he doesn't really do anything with that. All of his actions in the
It,
game are
it
focused on the mask.
he does. He as soon as he learns that uh, the Groa's prophecy as Tyr, he sets the dwarves to building the weapons that are going to destroy the realm towers. That's exact. Like he doesn't do that. Like he doesn't have them building those until he finds out that they are um, going to be invading Asgard using the elves and the Hellwalkers, because that's what he learns in that very first Roa room. I wonder if I could find that. Hmm. Which one would that be in? That would be in my God of War 1 playthrough, I think. God of War Ragnarok, and then search. But yeah, so he is also trying to get the mask because that's something he's been obsessed with forever. Um,
Yes, but I think he. Oh, okay. But I think that takes up the vast majority of his screen time as opposed to Ragnarok. Like he just kind
well,
of causes Ragnarok just kind of accidentally because of the mask. And like he could have completely avoided things if he had just like asked Kratos, if he had been honest about his motivations with Kratos. Like the whole tier thing ends up screwing him in the end for no reason. Like he didn't really ever have to do that.
no. Um, D, 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 D. I'm not going to be able to find this easily. I, I wonder, whenever I play a game, I go through every little side quest. It takes forever. Um, but anyways, so what I got out of it was that he was convinced with all the prophecy he had learned, all the magics he had learned, everything that he had done, he had made it so that Asgard was isolated from Ragnarok. So once Balder died, and Ragnarok started, he was like, "Well, fuck them. Who cares? Because it's all the other realms that are going to suffer. Asgard is safe." And so he the whole reason that Balder was sent to find Loki in the first place was because Odin had thought that he needed a giant to help him with grow it or with the mask. That was why he did this. What is this? No, that's Valhalla. Um, so the whole reason Balder was there was to find the giant, which turned out to be Atreus, and he
Yes.
mistakenly thought that it was Kratos.
Yes,
Um,
but I mean, in like outside of his own actions, the mask storyline has nothing to do with Ragnarok.
no, but it has to do with his obsession.
Yes, but like he could like there's no reason for him to have like freaked out about the mask in all the ways he did, aside from he's just obsessed with it because. Yeah, it's
Mm,
complete. I think it's completely unrelated to his what was stated as his motivations in the first game. And I think the motivations in the first game of stopping the twilight of the gods was much stronger than, oh, I'm obsessed with this little crack in reality.
yeah.
And like,
I mean, I can see your point. I personally think that it's not um like if you've ever struggled with addiction or just making bad decisions in general, sometimes you make decisions that don't uh benefit you with
oh
any,
yes,
you know. So I could see his obsession, and I don't remember them talking about Odin's main motivation being to stop Ragnarok in
uh,
God of War 2018. He's talked about um, like knowledge is his main motivation in is what they talk about in 2018. They talk about how he hung himself from the world tree for however long so that he could learn fate magic. And then the the people got so upset with him they sent him back to the world of the living. They talk about that in 2018. They talk about um, pretty much everything they talk about Odin in is just to talk about how he's kind of a fucking asshole about
yes,
everything.
which is like one of the things I kind of wish they had done in this would be show his side of the story a little bit. I mean, in like, I'm not gonna say they should make Odin a complete good guy. I think it would have the better way would be him wanting to accomplish something that needed to be done, but is kind of still needs to be put down. Kind of like a mirror of Zeus, because Balder is a mirror of Kratos. Yeah, Balder in 16 is kind of living out Kratos' storyline from the first three games.
Is he?
He wants to kill his parent because he feels his parent has wronged him, and his anger at his parent is consuming him entirely.
Okay, I found it. That took so long to find. All right. So this is the scene. I don't think it's going to come through my speakers. Hello,
Uh,
Story Boy Kai K. How are you doing? Um, but on my screen, I'm showing
yeah.
the where they see Ragnarok and how Groa lied, and Tyr becomes very interested in this. If this is the one where Tyr's at, Is this the one where Tyr? God damn, how long did it take me to get to the one? Oh yeah, Tyr's here. Okay, so let's see. Tyr, the mythical sanctuary for giants. Curious. All right. So yeah, Tyr as Odin thought, you know what? We're just gonna go see what these fucking idiots are doing. Why are they so interested in these prophecies? And Odin's always, they did talk about in 2018, him being obsessed with prophecy, obsessed
Yes.
with knowledge. So this all tracks for me. And then he learns this part of the prophecy, which he never knew before, that says, although some are more obvious than others, it's showing that Ragnarok is happening and that it is, you got the elves coming in. There must be a way. Why else is this hidden? And this is what we saw. We see Kratos with his spear and Gjallarhorn. And then Tyr's like, no, fuck you. What? So everything after this point, where Odin sees that his homeworld, which he thought he had saved, is going to be destroyed, this is when Odin really kind of switches gears. He starts pursuing having, because now he's really like, oh fuck, I gotta find a new solution. He puts the dwarves to building the weapons that you see that destroy the realm towers, so that they can't have the enemies invade. He puts oh, hello, Ravens fan. How you doing, buddy? That's sorry. I hate that YouTube went and changed everyone out. His channel name doesn't show. Let's see. King Morgan. King Morgan is got a good channel on YouTube, guys. Let's see. But YouTube changed his name like they changed everyone's name for some fucking reason. But anyways, totally lost my train of thought. There's a link to his channel, by the way. Um, I feel like from this point forward, Odin changes his plans quite a bit. He's still obsessed with the realm tier, the mask, but one of the reasons he's obsessed even more with the mask is because he thinks time is running out now. So I don't
And the
know.
problem with that is that it distinctly shows Tyr in the war, and he knows that Tyr can't be there. So this
Well,
prophecy,
it doesn't show Tyr in the war. That's where they're confused. It shows Kratos, but it doesn't have name tags on them. They see a bearded warrior with a spear carrying Gjallarhorn, right?
yes,
So this on screen right here, you got the bearded warrior. He's got his spear. He's carrying Gjallarhorn. There's no reason to believe this is Tyr, other than in most of Tyr's stuff, he carries a spear. But
but
it turns
there's
out this,
also no
yeah,
reason to believe it's
Kratos.
Kratos.
Yeah,
I mean, we know because later on he gets a spear. We know that, but like they
yeah,
don't have that. They don't have any reason to assume it would be anyone except for Tyr.
yeah. And that's why when he speaks, he says, no, I can't. See right here. If you,
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
if
I
you can
saw
see
that
on
bit.
my, he's like, yo, that can't be me. Because he knows he has Tyr locked up in that prison. Did you ever go and find him, by the way,
No,
and
I went into
release him?
Valhalla. I went into Valhalla
Ah,
after I beat the game.
yeah. If you go to where, did you ever fight the Raven Keeper?
No, I didn't. I didn't do
Oh,
a lot of
dude.
the post game stuff. I just don't. I
Oh
don't
man, that
have
was
time for the 100% stuff.
the Raven Keeper was one of the best parts of both games, because in the first game you can find like notes left behind by the Raven Keeper talking about abducting children and like the things they're doing, and it's all of it's quite awful. And then in the second game, all the ravens that you free, as you free them, they will give you bits of lore about Odin and the Raven Keeper. The Raven Keeper was Odin's most trusted, like, what are those witches that disappear and fucking just suck ass? You know the ones I'm talking about?
Uh,
You can only
yeah,
hit them a
the
couple of times and then you got to hit them with an arrow. And
toxic goopy ladies.
yeah, yeah, those ladies. So his most trusted witch was the Raven Keeper. And what she would do is abduct children and torture them until their souls were bound to her. And then she would bind those souls into the form of ravens and force those ravens to spy on people to tell Odin what was happening. So all the ravens that you kill throughout the game, those are all children's souls you're setting free. And if you set all of them free, then you will be able to fight the Raven Keeper. And if you kill the Raven Keeper, you get some cool lore from the souls of the children. They thank you. It's actually a pretty fucked up storyline. But that's in Niflheim. It's in the ice world that isn't hell. But in that realm, there is, after you beat Odin, you, the prison, like a pathway to Odin's prison, opens up, and you can go down
Yeah,
it. And in the bottom of that, you can find Tyr and
yeah.
set
I
him
kind of
free.
assume you. I kind of assume you free him just because he's in Valhalla.
Yeah.
I just wanted to do Valhalla because Valhalla seemed really, really cool. And
Valhalla was a lot of fun.
and
I
and
really enjoyed
Valhalla
that.
is my favorite part of the game, like by far.
Yeah.
I adored doing that. I adored Kratos's character development and all of that. That by itself, like, is that might be my favorite sequence in the entire franchise. Just that area and Kratos coming to terms with the fact that, hey, yeah, he made a mistake by pledging his soul to Ares, but he did it for reasons.
Yeah. I just uh I just looked at the comments. There's only one comment on this video. It says, Lady Ninja thinks the live action Mulan is good. That is grounds for divorce. That's from you.
That sounds exactly like something I would say.
She did think that game was good. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you, lady? Uh, but
Nah,
anyways,
like I said, like my primary, like, okay, so at the end of 2018,
yeah,
we find that the giants are all dead and something killed them. Something third party. It couldn't have been Zeus because, or couldn't have been Odin because he didn't have access to Jotunheim.
yeah,
I kind of thought that was going to be a really strong plot hook because that's kind of a really interesting question of it couldn't have been Odin, so some third party did it.
yeah. They did it to themselves.
Yes, I thought that was incredible. I thought that was incredibly lame, and like I kind of
I,
assumed that they were
I am
building the
I am in
like.
agreement with you 100% with everything that happens in Jotunheim being a fucking like just shit show.
I
It
don't.
is. Oh, I
I,
didn't
I
enjoy much of anything that happened in Jotunheim. It went on for far too long. It didn't really progress the story as much as it should have. And then the reveal that what killed all the giants? Oh, they did it to themselves. Why did they do it to themselves? Because they were scared of somebody else killing them. Like, wait, what?
yeah I
So they put their souls in marbles? Well, kind of. All right, now what? Oh, go find the marbles. Okay, have fun with
yeah
that,
that
Atreus. Here's a journey I'm not going to be joining you on.
yeah I like what I kind of thought was going to happen going into this game was there's a third whatever Ragnarok is, whatever is going to destroy the realms is some sort of third thing that is beyond even Odin's power.
Yeah.
And Odin, kind of like how Balder is kind of a mirror of Kratos in some ways. I thought that Odin was kind of going to be a mirror of Zeus, where like Zeus was doing really bad things for kind of selfish reasons at the end. Yeah, all of his actions were just to avoid getting got by Kratos. Or, well, he thought Kratos' brother originally and all that. But, like, his primary motivation was selfishness. I
Yeah.
kind of assume, I kind of was hoping that Odin would be a bad guy that was doing the right thing, or, well, Zeus was kind of doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. Like, Kratos was causing problems with his um, rampage against the Greek gods. You know, yeah, he's kind
That's
of
one
not.
way of that's one way of describing plague, pestilence, floods.
Yeah,
Yeah, he murdered the people who kept the world like
yes,
running smoothly. Yeah, I would say that's a
you know,
problem for sure.
you know, Kratos like Kratos had very good reasons for what he did in the original trilogy, but you can't exactly call him a good guy.
No.
But Zeus was also not. He was doing the right thing for the wrong reasons. I was kind of hoping that Odin would be doing the right thing or the wrong thing for kind of the rightish reasons. Like he's actively trying to prevent the end of everything, but he still needs to be taken down because you know, he's going a bit off the deep end trying to prevent Ragnarok.
Yeah.
And Odin just kind of caused like Ragnarok was never going to be a thing. Like Groa ended up
Well,
causing Ragnarok herself because she's the one that made him obsessed with it, and she's the one that sent
well,
Odin down the path of trying to prevent Ragnarok, and then he saw the new prophecy, and like he's obsessed with the mask because the prophecy says he's gonna die, and I just I don't think it's all that compelling, especially because Odin's just kind of weak
when you say he's weak, you mean physically or
in every
mentally?
way, all
Every
of them.
way.
Yeah,
Hmm.
like I don't think he um I don't think he took a particularly good hacked path, or I don't think he had a great strategy for trying to prevent Kratos and Atreus from being his enemy.
Right. All right. Um, I can agree with that. As far as, I mean, if he had wanted to not make him the enemy, well, then the way forward there would be to simply leave him alone.
Yes, which was something that he could have done.
Well, he did for a while until he found out that Atreus was out looking for like stuff. Like he had left them alone for a bit, and then he found out that Atreus was out there running around with Sindri, and then he's like, "Nah, fuck this, we're coming in." Um, but I will say that the whole point of Ragnarok that I got, as far as the game is concerned, was um, that most people cause their own tragedies. So
Yes,
Odin, like the reason Freya's life turned to shit was because she just kept trying to control everything. The reason Kratos went is because he was a rage monster who didn't care about what happened to anyone else. He was angry, so he went and killed everybody. I mean, innocent people, gods, everyone.
oh,
Odin is
again,
obsessed with power, obsessed with knowledge, obsessed with being in control as well. So yeah, they all led themselves down a path that inevitably meant war. But
Yeah, I just think the reason behind, like, I think the whole mask thing is stupid and lame.
okay,
Uh, like, I don't like that as a plot hook.
yeah,
I I just I think there's would be a better way of putting Odin in the antagonist shoes than there's this crack and he's obsessed with it.
okay. And what other problems did you have with the game?
I mean, that's my big one. Uh, d- that's the big one I have. Like it's just Odin. Um, Odin and like the or Odin and the setup for Ragnarok, and I actually there are parts I don't like. Like, okay, so I understand Thor being angry at Kratos for killing his kids. I
Yeah,
think it would have been a lot better. I think it would have been a lot cooler if he had been okay with it, because it's like they're Norse, they're Vikings. He's a Viking god. They were in combat. They was throwing down.
yeah.
Yeah, that well, okay. The one's a legitimate kill. The other probably wasn't. Like, you could have Thor be angry about one and be cool with the other. Actually, that would be kind of a nifty contrast. Like, I don't know which, I can't remember which is which, but like, there's one that you kill in combat, and then there's like one that
I
Atreus just
think,
shanks, right?
yeah, I think Magni is the one he stabs. Let me look this up. Do do do.
Oh, and
Magni.
but by the way, like the
No,
entire talk
Magni.
about
Magni's the big one. So Magni is the one that Kratos kills, and Modi is the one that Atreus kills. And they don't know Atreus killed Modi. They
yeah.
think Kratos killed both of them. So, uh,
Well,
uh,
I mean,
yeah,
but
but
Odin has the raven eyes everywhere. They could have written it to like they have the
yeah,
details on
no,
how that went
I
down.
know. Woke Snoy Cuck game. Hashtag synthetic man was right.
Um, like,
Hello, snakes.
oh, I know what I'm
Well,
supposed
no,
to
I
be going.
mean, even if you kind of agree with something Synthetic Man has said, the way he got to wherever he was is going to be completely different than the way Ryu got there.
I mean, I have no issues with Angerboda. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
As a character, I
like
don't have any
her
problems with her. Her section is
her
boring as fuck.
like I mean, her art design is for a very specific reason that we all know. That like, but like, I don't have any specific issues with her. Like, even okay, that section does go on way too long,
Yeah.
but
And
I didn't.
that's not Angraboda's fault. That
No,
is the game developers
yes,
thinking that instead of just watching a couple of cutscenes, they had to have you ride around on the yak, which was incredibly boring.
yeah, that
And
yak thing was that was the worst part of it. I don't mind playing as Atreus. I actually, um, I thought that was cool. Like,
oh,
Atre- Atreus is coming into his own as a character.
mhm.
He deserves some screen time. I like I like that fact. It could have been done a little better. Some of Atreus' skills are not fantastic. You
Well,
don't get the bear transformation at the end as him, like you do. You
yeah,
get all the different Spartan rages. You don't get the giant bear form.
yeah. The one thing that I wished, well, actually, before I move into that, the first couple of times I played the game, um, I had a very big, like, fundamental misunderstanding of Atreus and his what his character was, how they were like could be played. So I was constantly dying as Atreus. But once I found the triangle button, his where he shoots the rope and then pulls himself towards the enemy. Once I found that, oh man, I was having fun.
I
Um,
don't think I don't think I ever realized I had that ability. I
yeah,
can't remember.
I didn't realize, but you shoot an arrow with a rope. It's the same arrow
Oh,
with a rope he uses to pull himself up. You know, like when Kratos throws the blades of chaos to the spot, and then Atreus will shoot the arrow to pull himself up. So it's like it's well, it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a rope with an arrow tied to it. He shoots it into the enemy and then pulls himself in. And when he gets there, he'll hit them, and it causes some pretty good damage. And then you can knock them up in the air, and they'll slow down time. So once I actually learned how to play as Atreus, I had fun as Atreus. But like the first couple of times, I was not enjoying being Atreus even a little bit.
I mean, I didn't mind. Like, so okay, I will bring up one major problem I have with Atreus game design wise in this. His arrows in this game are trash, especially compared to the ones in 18.
Yeah, I still don't know what the purple ones are for. Not really. Like,
Uh, they're involved with like status effect,
yeah, which I didn't really mess with
enhancing
too much
status
in the game.
effects, which like that's one of my like okay, so gameplay. I can bring up another little gameplay issue here. On harder difficulties, when you start encountering enemies that are much stronger than you, level
Hmm.
wise,
Yeah,
status like if you're going to have an arrow that is primarily focused on status effects,
yeah.
you cannot have enemies be super resistant of status effects based on levels. Like,
Are they resistant based on levels? I don't know
I
because
think so.
I was never trying to stack status effects.
I think when they start showing up as purple, they kind of get some status effect resistance.
I know that
Because like
they get.
there are times where like I would just kill entire enemy health bars and never get a status effect off.
Hmm,
Even like if
okay.
I had full permafrost.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't really that like I wasn't I the type of in my first playthrough, I think I was going for a um hmm I can't even remember. So I don't want to even guess. But like in the playthrough that I got on screen right now, I have a rage build that's based off vitality and luck. So
Oops.
I that was my main goal was to get rage built up. And then if I had Atreus, because Atreus would have the squirrel, uh, like he'd
Ratatosker.
have bitter, yeah, Ratatasker. Well, and this one is literally called Bitter Squirrel because Ratatasker had a different, named character to it. But with those extra health gems, I could go into rage and never come out of it. It was awesome.
Oh yeah. Um. So, because yeah, okay. So like I'm actually playing Ragnarok. I booted up New Game Plus just so that I would have something to have on screen,
Yeah.
and um I just like hit a guy with I like hit a dude who was 2 levels higher than me, and it completely filled his ice status effect. And like there are times when I was playing through the main game because I was on Give Me God of War and things were much empowered.
Hmm.
I just I would kill their entire health bar and not see that status effect meter go out.
Yeah, that would be a thing I would have to look into. I don't know.
Like it feels that way.
I know that I'd give me God of War, especially in the beginning. Uh, if one of the guys manages to level up, it just ruins the fight to the point where it's almost like, ah, fuck, just kill me. Especially if you got a big group of people, because as soon as one of them does it, it's like a snowball effect where you can't stop them from uh leveling up.
I also think
But
that kind of stuff affects like what you can parry.
yeah, it
Because
definitely
I've
does.
yeah
The higher the level they are above you, the less ability you have to parry. So like a yellow attack from an enemy the same level as you be will become a red attack if they're one or two level. I think two levels higher than you. And it depends on the
yeah.
kind of
Well,
enemy as well.
I don't know
Because
if that's how it worked in
it
16.
is it is they
Oh,
worked that way in 2018 as well.
or yeah,
Um
sorry, 18. I don't know why I
the,
keep thinking 2016.
I don't know either. I've done that a bunch of times, and then once I get the number stuck in my head, I'll always say the wrong number. But no, like as far as the gameplay goes, it is infuriating. Uh, but you'll notice it the most with like travelers or the big draugrs. So the big draugrs that have the hammer, the move set that's really easy to deal with once you figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, but those guys, so if they're the same level as you, you can block the attacks. If they're one level above you, it's a yellow attack. And if they're two levels ahead of you, it's a red attack. And it's like that in both games.
Okay. I didn't play this on Gimme God of War. I didn't play 18 on Gimme God of War, so it was. I just didn't notice that happening.
Yeah,
Oop.
there's a lot more jank in the combat of 2018 to the point where it is not as noticeable when things are going weird because a lot of it's kind of weird. But this one is actually cleaner, I think, combat wise, so it's easier to notice the problems, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, though I will say I don't like the shields in this one. I really, really liked. I didn't even know it was Freya's shield. I thought it was the Golden Fleece until it got destroyed in this. But like, I love the gameplay of you can parry and then you get the counter attack. I really like that. I did not like having it taken away from me for the majority of this game.
Well, you get it back fairly early on. Like,
It felt like forever
that's because you
because
were dying a lot.
by the time I got it back, I didn't feel like I had the rhythm that I did when I first started the game.
Yeah. Um, honestly, I I think for the last playthrough I played, um, God of War, Ragnarok, I think I just went with I did a lot of it offline. Um, I think I just
Boy.
used the shield that lets you tank attacks.
I think that's what I used for. Well, by the time I
So,
got the counterattack shield back, I felt like I was bad enough with the game that.
mhm.
Or I was bad enough with parrying that I needed that. I needed to use that.
The other
But
shield
like,
I really liked was the one that lets you run forward. So, like, if the boss does the blue, if you double tap it, it will charge forward and it will count because some of the bosses,
um,
especially this game and God of War 2018, have really big issues on New Game Plus, Give Me God of War difficulty because both of those things they've upped the speed and attack patterns of the enemies.
ooh,
So whenever you get to the final bosses like Sigrin, or in this game, Gna, they will do attack chains that are unblockable and they will ruin just it doesn't matter how good you are. You can't deal with them if they do those things because there's not enough time for you to do what you need to do. Now, in this game, I found that they'll do an attack that you have to dodge away from, and then she'll do the big boy area effect where it's a double blue or it's the blue thing.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
only way to actually be able to deal with it is to have that shield that lets you run in. So she starts her blue and you double tap it and the game will give it to you. It'll give you the extra time you need as your character runs forward and shield
Come on.
bashes her, which is pretty good. You guys excited for the upcoming God of War show? It's gonna be peak fire, yo. Well,
No,
I'll tell you,
no.
the I was absolutely dreading the God of War show because the showrunner for the God of War show was going to be the showrunner for the Wheel of Time TV series, which Ryu, you watched the whole thing. Tell me, do you think Rafe Judkins is capable of doing God of War?
No. I don't think Rafe Jenkins is capable of doing French fries.
Shit.
Do I
Dude,
not? Did
really?
you not get?
Huh?
Oh, there it goes. Okay, no, I
What's
was
that?
having trouble with the counterattack on ranged enemies.
Oh.
That's actually one. Okay, that is the thing that I hate most about having that shield taken away from me. Oh, why? Oh, okay. Like that was something by the end of 18 I got really good at was parrying the ranged attacks and
Hmm.
doing the
But
whatever.
can't you do that with the small one? What's the parry shield in this game called? The the one that boosts stun? Can't you do that with that one? I think that's a shield
I
ability that you unlock and you get with all shields, isn't it?
mean, there's Star Shatter, which is the charge, or no, that's the shield punch. There's
Yeah,
a stone wall
that's a tank
that gives
shield.
you the yeah,
The
and then
Dauntless,
on.
I think, is what it's called.
Oh, I don't have that one.
The smallest one?
I have Stonewall,
The,
Onslaught, Guardian, and Shatterstar.
what is Onslaught?
That's the charge. Or no, that's the shield rush.
Okay. So yeah, the Dauntless shield then will be the one that allows it's basically it's like a faster parry shield, but
Oh,
it's got a slightly smaller window for parrying than the Guardian shield did, but it boosts like the damage it does to this enemy stun bar is quite substantial
oh,
whenever you nail the parry. That's the one that Mauler and Metal I think both used, but
oh,
I'm not a big
I don't have that one.
parry fan. No, it's one of the
Um,
ones you can pick when they first give you options to pick a new shield.
oh,
You can
I
pick it
don't have it
immediately.
in my inventory.
Well, it's because you didn't pick it and you never bought
Mm,
it.
apparently not.
But I know it exists. Here, I'll pull it up on my phone right now.
That
Um,
that would be that would be why I didn't get why it felt like forever before I got the parry stuff back because I apparently just didn't pick that shield up.
Dauntless Shield. Yeah, it's called the Dauntless Shield. Um, let's see. I'll post it to the Discord. I'll post it to our chat. That'd be the easiest way to do it.
But like, no, I like my main complaint is just Odin, especially like coming down from Baldur. Baldur
Oh,
is
Baldur's such a
probably
good dude. It's such a good
yeah.
boss.
Oh no, just not as but like as a character, like he feels that he feels that his parent wronged him and he wants revenge for that. That makes him like Kratos. He's young like Kratos was, or well, young. He comes across as very young
Yeah.
as
Um, I like his
compared to
story.
other characters.
It is I mean, if you think about it, not being able to feel anything at all ever, that shit would drive you insane.
Oh yes, I'm not
You
saying
so
I'm not saying he
I
doesn't
like
have
his
a
storyline.
good reason for
Yeah.
why he did, but so did Kratos. Oh,
Did he?
oh God,
Did
what?
Kratos have a good reason to kill Zeus?
I mean, well, he had a good
He had a
reason.
decent reason to kill Ares. He didn't
Well,
really
he
have a
was
good reason to kill Zeus.
um technically the gods reneged, or well, the gods kind of gaslit him with the hey, if you kill Ares for us, we will we will take away your suffering. We'll take away the dreams that you're being plagued with.
Yeah.
And they did kind of renege on that.
So, uh, I wasn't able to fulfill my promise. I,
Well, they made it
so you must
very
die now.
they
Yeah.
made it very, that was the deal that Kratos had with Athena, right?
Yeah, I know,
I will
but I
take out
mean,
I'll take out Ares and you'll stop my dreams. And not only did they not do that, when he tried to kill himself, they prevented it.
I don't remember that. When did he try to
Uh,
kill
at
himself and
the
they stopped
at
him?
the end of the first God of War game, he leapt off the cliff,
Wasn't
and
that
they
God of
just
War
like
3?
no. At the end of God of War 1, like
Was he
the
trying to
intro
kill?
sequences,
Was he trying to
yeah,
kill
like
himself?
he's jumping off a giant
Hmm.
cliff.
Yeah, but he was already a god at that point. He had killed Ares and
Yeah, but
stole his power. So I don't.
yeah, but
I think he
like
was just descending down to Earth, probably to
no,
have another
no, he
quick
was
time
at
event.
the no, he was at the cliffs from
Uh,
like he's at the cliffs that you run past when you're going to the Titan or
yeah.
Kronos,
I don't
Atlas.
remember. It's been so long since I played those
Yeah,
games. I honestly don't remember.
yeah,
Now,
no,
I will
he like
say the things that annoyed me about Odin. Um, he just kind of lets Atreus wander around, and like I know he's trying to manipulate him, but Odin is like this super genius old man who has manipulated gods for however long. I still don't have a good timeline on this.
it did
Hundreds of years,
centuries,
thousands of years,
century,
however
yes.
long it's been. And then there's this kid, and he's just like, yeah, go off. How, yeah, whatever. Like, yeah, he gives Thor the task of going with him, and then he gives um
Oh God,
Thrud the
ow!
task of going with him, but like that's it. You're not actually gonna like secretly watch him. You go through all the effort of pretending to be Tyr for all this time so that you can spy on them, but then you can't. There's nothing you can do to watch him closer when he's like. I just I don't know, man. Like I feel like he should have never been able to get out of there with the mask,
Yeah,
but he
I
did.
mean,
So
I,
whatever.
I mean, it's a cool scene, but I think him getting super angry at Brock for like asking questions was a little bit. I don't want to say out of character, but given that he's a god and should be, you know, thousands upon thousands of years old, he should be a little bit more mature than to
Oh, see
throw
that
away his.
scene I don't have a problem with because he's so close and everything's about to go his way, and then there's like fucking Brock steps in, and as soon as Brock points that out, if you look at the way Kratos looks at him, Kratos starts looking at him, and then Kratos stands up, and you can see like like Kratos ain't playing this shit either. He's as soon as Brock starts talking, Kratos starts
Yeah,
listening,
I
and
mean,
and
I,
and
I
I like I get like that scene. I don't have a problem with the way Odin, kind of fucks himself over, but I don't know.
I don't have
I
a
can get where you're
specific.
saying.
I don't have a specific problem with it, but he's also been waiting how many thousands of years to get this mask? A little
Yeah,
bit of patience,
you've
just
never
a
struck.
little bit more.
Whoa! I just saw Freya teleport in on my screen.
Yeah, like
um,
you
see,
know,
I am an addict. I've been sober for fuck over 19 years now, but I know what it's like to need something so bad that you will throw everything in your fucking life away, and it doesn't matter if it's a bad decision, a good decision, you just need it. And like you'll hurt whoever, it doesn't matter. Like I know that feeling, and I feel like they portrayed that with Odin very well, so that like him throwing everything away, like because this fucking and he has the mask in his hand. He
Yes.
stabs him and he has the mask. And he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I'm not playing anymore. I have what I want. I'm getting the fuck out of here. But you know what? Fuck this little blue motherfucker. And he 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 almost gets out. The only reason he doesn't is because Loki turns into a wolf, which is something I don't think he knew he could do. Oh no, he did. He knows that because
Yeah.
if you the fight with um what's his name won't end until after you go into your rage mode. What uh oh, why is my brain doing this? Heimdall. The fight with Heimdall, you can't end that fight without going into rage mode. So Odin does know about all your tricks.
Yeah, that's.
But
I didn't
anyways,
mind Heimdall. He was appropriately jerk face for what he needed to do,
yeah.
and
Uh,
I like that his the Norse mythology. He sees everything. The fact that his skill set is based on dodging because he can see everything. I thought that was really nice. I wish I liked the spear more.
you don't
I
like the
wish.
spear?
It's
Oh my
okay.
God. Dude, in Valhalla, it was my absolute. I didn't like the spear, spa, ear, um, in the main game so much because I didn't really use it. But in Valhalla, especially like before they patched it to nerf it, the health you would get back from killing enemies with the spear made the hardest levels of Valhalla like way more manageable.
I mean, I
So
when it
I
comes to
used it.
roguelikes, I just kind of whatever skill is the one that I do best with is what I pick up. If that's spear, like I set that, yeah, I gotta set that crap aside for roguelikes, but like, so the axe is really cool because it's the weapon that Freya made. It's his dead wife's axe. 10 out of 10. The blades of chaos are him going back to pick those up is the best, is absolute greatness. Yeah, I played 18 before I played the first trilogy, and
Mhm.
even I could like get the sense of the Blades of Chaos. Like I knew that they were his iconic weapon. I knew that he was kind of a villain protagonist. But you could just even without context, you could just feel that he does not ever want to touch these things again when he's going back for them.
Yeah. Hmm.
But I didn't feel that with the spear.
Well,
Yeah, it's just not as good, not as cool as the other two weapons.
uh,
But it gave you time with Brock, and Brock was a cool boy. Brock was the cooler of the brothers, and Kratos and Brock spending time together was actually really cool. I
yeah.
just wish I wish a lot of my complaints about this game is I wish it were as good as 2018
Hmm.
because 2018 was like the bad guy was great. Atreus's arrows were great.
Oh, dude, those lightning arrows were peak. Oh, they were so good. And then the stun arrows were good as fuck too.
Oh
Like you
yeah,
could
when
build
you get
stun. The blue arrows were awesome. Yeah, I gotta
the
say,
weakened status effect on single targets. Oh, like they both had a specific use that was clear and defined. Ah, those were
oh,
so good.
being able to um give yourself a little breather with the lightning arrows in 2018 was so good. Oh, it was so useful. But yeah, no, I wasn't a big fan of Atreus's runic arrows or the sonic
Sonic.
arrows. I think Sonic arrows will build up stun on an enemy faster once you get them to a certain level, but I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know. I didn't find the arrows as useful, but it was an intentional nerf. Um, oh, I hit credits. uh,
I
where's
don't know. I
the?
still, even if they wanted to nerf Atreus a bit, I still think they could have had like more defined uses for your arrows.
Yeah,
Like maybe a fire arrow that deals damage over time, and like an ice arrow that slows things. Yeah,
yeah.
I felt
So
also one thing.
what did you love
One,
about this game?
almost everything else. Like I like Thor. I liked Thor's kid. Um, I liked the Freya. Like so, one of the things I really like is Freya isn't just a carbon copy of Atreus' skills. She has her own skill tree that you unlock with her individual XP, and she gets her own things. She gets like her own spells and all of that. I One thing I will really praise that I know people are probably not going to like me for is I do like Atreus's gameplay. One of the things I like in game design is you have your different characters
Yeah.
and they feel differently. Like Atreus should feel a lot different than Kratos. I kind of wish he got like some sort of melee weapon that wasn't whacking things with the bow. That
Yeah,
was always
right.
kind of silly and awkward.
Well, and using your ranged weapon as a melee weapon, especially because it's a bow. Like, sure, it's a magical item, but it is like it's not a smart thing to do because with a bow, if it's out of whack just a little bit, or it breaks, then you don't have a bow anymore. You have a bad stick.
Yes.
It's not even a good stick. All right. So,
But
one of the things
one
I
one other
hated. Oh, okay, go
one
ahead.
other minor complaint I have is at the end of the game after Atreus gets like his or after Atreus and Kratos overcome their differences, they're a unit again. You're gonna be playing as them for the rest of the game. I think they should have replaced Atreus' summon or magical summon things with his rage mode.
What do you mean? So instead of
His
his runic
shapeshifting.
summons, oh, so you
You
mean like
command.
how Freya has the Valkyrie mode that you can put
Yeah,
as one of her runic summons, her
yeah,
runics attacks? You think one
yeah.
of those? All right,
I think
what I
Atreus should have been able to shapeshift on command.
what I like really hated about this game. This is like a major like fuck you game. I'm not happy about this. Is that Atreus leaves and you have to do the rest of the in-game stuff with Freya. Because if you look at my stream right now, I'm
Yeah.
fighting the shittiest boss in the game, right? This boss can go fuck itself. This is one of the things I hated most. All right. It's the three boss berserker fight, right? So this is what I was talking about with my infinite rage build, right? So I'm gonna play this. This boss is fucking garbage fire. But I, with Atreus, use the bitter squirrel and then can go into rage mode. And then I have a luck based rage, which will drop a health stone every time you're often where you hit people. So even this boss, it is just trash. You get health and rage by doing that. I can go into rage constantly. And it was the only thing that made this fight even kind of like doable for me. And they take that away from you. They take
In the
away,
post game.
yeah, because you can't do any. So, like, you can't fight Gna. with this build that I spent all game building. And this isn't like a build that I've seen anyone else use. It's just something that I figured out I could do. And I was like, oh, fuck, I'm going to build everything I have towards it. And it worked. Like, I found it an incredibly engaging way to play the game. But the game's just like, no, you can't use this anymore because we want you to go around with Freya. And
Yeah.
I didn't enjoy that. Like, okay, I get Atreus is, going off on his own. But honestly, if you had just made the scene um the exact same, but him going, soon I'm gonna have to depart, and you understanding that when this game's over, Atreus is leaving, I don't think you would have lost anything emotionally from that. You would have lost the Captain Sparrow or Captain Morgan moment where he sticks his leg on the rock and lifts his head.
Yeah. I mean, that's a post game thing. There's no excuse for you to be able to just switch your characters because that's, well, aside from like rescuing what's his face, or aside from rescuing Tyr, it's really assume that you did all of this stuff before Atreus left anyway. That's kind of inexcusable.
Well, no,
Like,
because there's some things you cannot do. Like you can't fight Gná um till after Atreus leaves.
oh,
So you can't fight I don't think you can't fight the last Berserker until after Atreus leaves either. The Berserker King you have to fight with um Freya because you can't get to some of the Berserkers until after
yeah,
you um open the last of the doors, like that gets shook loose when Ragnarok takes out Asgard.
yeah. I mean, you should be able to switch between them as you please because I always liked having Freya more. I thought her skill set was a little better. Um, her weakness, vine things, I always felt were really, really useful.
Yeah. See, I was the opposite. I always liked Atreus better. Now, I do like
I mean,
fighting
remember,
the.
I'm playing on Give Me God of War, so I need the things that level down.
Well, yeah, I was playing on Gimme God of War too. I still prefer Atreus. Now that build I was talking about with the Infinite Rage or near Infinite Rage is a new game plus only build because you need the I think the Ares armor is what you need for that. But fighting King Haralf in Valhalla one on one, I found that fight insanely engaging. Did you?
I didn't
You
do the Berserker. Like, I didn't do a lot of the optional content. I was gonna save that for New
no,
Game Plus.
in Valhalla.
Oh,
So like in Valhalla you can do the it's like the center thing. You can jump up after you've gotten everything else done before you go to tier.
I don't
Can
think I did that. I think usually when I was at the end of that, I was ready to fight Tyr because I didn't want to waste resources on random stuff.
oh
I might have accidentally.
oh you would know if you did because he's fucking. It's a hard fight. It's a good fight though. I'm just going through on my stream. I'm just going through all of my old like favorite fights from this game, uh, and playing them as we talk.
Yeah.
But
But no, I mean, I probably didn't. Usually, by the time I unlocked tier, if I unlocked tier, I had snowballed enough that I want to go fight tier. I have the build. I'm feeling it. I need to kill the tier before I like lose
oh
all of this.
no, I did everything. I wanted all the achievements. But that I mean that's what I was going for. But I was doing a ton of runs of this, and I can't remember. Like if I went and tried to do it now, there's zero chance I'd be able to. But at the time, I was so used to the way everything worked that I had the system down for. being able to, because I think there's a specific achievement you get for doing all of the side things in Valhalla. So you got the ship, you got the one, what is it? It's like a kind of like a ledge you can knock people off of. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Um, it's so you got those two doors, and then you have the center area where you will have a different boss, kind of. It'd be like sometimes a random boss, but a lot of times it would be the King Haroth, the Berserker King,
Okay.
would come. So if you
I
beat
mean,
all three of those things and then went and beat Tyr, you would get a you would get no, it was you had to do every single realm tier, all the doors, and beat the boss in the middle to get the achievement.
oh, okay. I mean, I might have done that area, and it just didn't give me that guy.
Ah,
Yeah, I was usually more focused on like trying to get the build to beat tier, and like when I beat the final tier, I like ate him alive in under 2 minutes because I just had the build,
oh damn.
and that
What were you
and
using?
that Blades of Chaos. Well, like I always lean towards Blades of Chaos in these games. I like the reach on them.
No, okay.
I really like the extra reach on the Blades of Chaos in these games. And I like the fire damage. When you actually get things set on fire, it does a good hunk of damage. But there was also um oh one minor nitpick I have. I
Okay.
wish like the permafrost and the immolation stuff. I wish when you got damaged, the charge would only go down. You wouldn't lose the entire thing at once.
Well, you can put different perks on that will make it so that you lose less damage when you get hit.
Yes, but I
The,
would also like that in the main game to not lose the entire bar, just
no,
because some
that is in the
dope.
main game.
Oh, okay.
Um, one of the things that I actually have a complaint about this game is that a lot of the things that you can do in this game are not explained well. So it is very difficult to even know everything you can do until you've played the game a lot. So like one of the things I heard Theo complain about when they were doing their God of War coverage was that the runic attacks are tied to a cooldown timer, and you can exploit that. But if you want to make it your build a cooldown build, then you will have a better cooldown system. Your runics will be tied to how good you play. So you can have perks that do um, they change it so that a certain number of hits in a row will give you blessings of cooldown. But the game doesn't explain it to you very well, so it's hard to keep track of it. Um, and that's one of the problems I have with this game because I feel like a lot of the complaints I hear people make about the game are actually addressed in the game. They just didn't explain it to anyone. So they have a much more in-depth combat system than they let on. Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
yeah. That's. I mean, when it comes time for the Dark Souls arc, that's probably going to be one of the complaints I have about the game. Is that it doesn't explain. It doesn't give you enough information to really build your character. But that's in the future because I'm going to be stuck in Assassin's Creed land forever and ever.
Assassin's Creed. Fuck.
Hey,
There's like
I
there's like
liked the
80 of
second
those
one.
games, aren't there?
What?
There's like 80 of those fucking games, isn't there?
Yes, and they start being open world towards the last like four, so that's gonna take forever.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
good luck with that for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't think it was going to be bad until I realized that like the side games for Ezio are all like main story plot things.
No. Yeah.
So I thought it was just going to be like 1, 2, 3, and then the open world stuff. But no, no, I got to play like 3 other ones.
Well, I admire your dedication. Uh, I remember playing a Assassin's Creed game back in the day, and I don't remember enjoying it really. So, just fucking,
No.
I kind
Oh,
of stopped doing that.
um,
It was the one where you fist fight the Pope.
yeah,
I
that's
played,
the second one.
yeah, I played that one, and I was like,
Oh,
this is weird. I think I'm good on this game. Um, a game that I found way more engaging that had like the run around, jump, and climb on
hmm.
stuff was the Infamous games. I found the Infamous 1 and 2 I found to be incredibly enjoyable. I even like the where they tried to reboot it with the spray paint kid. That game is fucking ridiculous, but I had fun with it. But anyways, trying to think, is there anything else I really didn't like about this game?
I wish the relics were a bit better.
Ooh, which one are you using?
I'm using the strength one.
The
I
strength one.
really, yeah, I wish they brought back the heal one.
So you didn't kill the Berserker King in the main game. You didn't get his
No, I
relic,
did
huh?
not. No,
Oh,
I didn't.
fuck me. Because as soon as you said, I wish the relics were a bit better, I'm like, dude, the relics are broken in this fucking game. They're absolutely broken. Um, but yeah, a lot of the time I would use the Rage one in 2018. So I would just use that to keep my rage bar full. In this game, you don't need to do that because you can refill your rage bar at a what do you call them? The doors for the
Oh,
world tree. The world tree doors will
yeah.
refill your health and rage bar. So I didn't need to do that in this one. For New Game Plus, I just used the King Horf's sword because that shit is just it's so good. It does a fuck ton of damage. It stuns a boss, and it stuns a boss even if they're in the um, hyper armor phase. You know, like even if they have the hyper armor
The stance.
logo. Well,
Yeah.
they'll have the little logo by their name that lets you know they're in hyper armor. Um, so that thing is crazy good. I know a lot of people use the realm tier one. You can make a whole build based off that, where you,
I never liked the slowdown stuff. I wa- I always preferred to have sustain effects.
yeah,
You jerk. Ow.
no, not
He just
enough
hit me with
Sith.
his hammer. That hurt.
Snake says there's not enough Sith in this game. Well, you see, that's
That's
because
because,
Sith is a woman, and women are gross. There, problem solved. Thanks for watching. Please
ooh,
subscribe.
that was some tracking on that.
Let's see. Okay, let's if see, it's weird because I can search for God of War Ragnarok, but then I can't sort those by any means. So I can't go, I want to see which one of my videos did had the best views. I think it might have been, let's see, this one's got 3,000 1.2. Oh my goodness. Why would you give me notifications? Um, I think that one with 3,000 views might be my
Oh.
most watched because everyone hates that. You can tell when somebody like when a game has a terrible boss because people will search up how to beat it, and those videos of mine always do very well. Uh, but
You know what I don't like? I don't like the
what?
design on Mjolnir. I think it looks dumb.
No, Mjolnir,
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Why? What?
I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't think it looks hammer enough.
It doesn't look hammer enough.
Yes.
Squeaker
It looks
Geographic is good, rat. Oh, did that pop up? I'm sharing my screen, so that notification popped up on the stream. Fuck.
I think it looks
Uh,
dinky and tiny. Ow.
I think this video I pulled out, dinky and tiny.
Yes.
You know, as someone who has swung like, because whenever you do tower cranes, um, especially the old ones, sometimes you will have to swing sledgehammers for hours and hours and hours in order to get the pins that hold the tower cranes together out. So a 16-pound sledgehammer is not that heavy the first couple of times you swing it, but after an hour, it is like the heaviest thing you'll ever pick up in your entire life. It sucks so hard to pick that up.
Yeah,
But
but Mjolnir doesn't look like a sledgehammer. It looks like a
it,
it
it
looks like
looks
a
like
hammer you use for a nail.
what?
Yeah,
You're
it's
crazy.
it's tiny.
Mjolnir,
Compared
bro.
compared to Thor, it's tiny.
Okay, but compared to a real hammer, it would weigh like 30 pounds.
Yeah, but
D-
it
uh,
that's not
d-
Thor. It's Thor using it. It
Alright.
should look big and chunky, even in his hands, because it's it should be giant smashy thing.
You know what? I uploaded this video. It was supposed to be Gna fight. It starts after Gna's fight is over. Oh, no, no, it doesn't. I started it after Gna's fight is over. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not retarded. I am. Oh shit. Who is this? Um, wait.
Yeah, I guess to be
I
fair,
am. Oh, I'm
I
not
should
looking
make
at
that.
my stream.
Uh,
I was looking
I
at
think to
somebody
be
else's stream.
I think to
Okay.
be fair,
Yes.
I should make that complaint about Mjolnir in the MCU too. It's kind of dinky there too.
Um, I don't know, man. Those are giant fucking hammers. If you picked a real hammer up that was that size, it would be ridiculously heavy.
I mean, it's the
Uh,
weapon of a god. It should be ridiculously heavy for a human.
yeah, but how big do you think it should be? Is what I'm wondering.
Two-handed?
Hmm. But he doesn't have enough. You know that there's lore reason why the handle shows short, where he can't have two hands on the hammer, right?
No, I didn't know that. Is that like a mythological thing?
Yeah, Loki fucking like stole some of the materials, so there was only enough
Oh,
material to um to make a short handle. That's why it looks so silly. But
oh,
the hammer itself is definitely a two-handed hammer. I mean, it's quite bigger. Like if you look
oh.
at actual blacksmith hammers or most war hammers, they are way smaller than that shit. Like it's an incredibly impractical weapon. You would have to be so unbelievably strong to even try to
Like
use
a
it.
god?
Yeah, like a god. Which is why I find it okay that he does it.
And it just looks dinky to me,
Mm,
especially compared to like the Leviathan X.
I guess. I don't know. I
I don't
think
know.
that
That
one's
that
that
that's
one's a
that's
subjective
kind of me just
thing to.
bringing up because I'm fighting Thor, and it just kind of like looking at his waist. It just kind of looks small.
Well, everything's gonna look small to Thor. That dude's giant. Yeah. Oh, this Gna footage is trash. You can tell my internet was not having a good day on this one.
Oh, I think I screwed myself.
Well, that would be a complaint I have in this game. The generous nature of boss battle save points. The only ones that don't have a save point where you get full recharge on your health are Gna and the Berserkers. All the story
Yeah, that
bosses,
that
and it
yeah
was that
that
way
that
with
felt a
even
little.
Balder. You know, like Balder
Yeah,
has
that
like a
that does
six
feel a little
phase
easy.
boss fight at the end of God of War 2018, and I'll tell you what, I would never have made it all the way through that boss fight without the being full healed with health. But there's one checkpoint where you don't get full healed, if I
Ow!
remember correctly. Oh, dude, I can't remember now. In the Balder fight, I feel like there's one spot I got soft locked on. Hmm. Oh well. But yeah, I think that covers it.
All
Unless you
right.
can think of anything else you wanted to bring up.
What do you want for the next game? If they make a next game,
I
what do
wanted
you want?
Japan, but it seems like they're going with Egypt. I
I mean,
think,
what would you like story wise?
oh, story wise,
Yeah, where do you want
um,
Kratos to go?
I mean, I gotta tell you, I don't care as much as I think a lot of
No.
people
Ow.
do as far as the story part is concerned. Um, I would like, I I think it's cool that Atreus went off on his own. Um, but as far as why would Kratos go to Egypt? Why would Kratos go to Japan? What's a good story reason for that? I will leave that up to the writers of the game. What
Well,
I would like to see would just be something that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, because
I mean, I
right
presume
now,
that Atreus is going to ask him for help.
you
Like
see,
that.
I wouldn't like that. If Kratos goes to war with another pantheon of gods just because Kratos is like, hey, will you help me? That would they'd have to do a lot of work there. Now, if Egypt invaded um, and started hurting Kratos's people, and Kratos is like, hey, you need to knock that off, or we're gonna have problems, and then he went and dealt with the problem. So, like, instead of Kratos being a vengeful rage monster, um, actually being a hero who is trying to protect his people, and that's what brings the conflict. I would prefer that, but like I said, I'm not going to set any expectations on that. If they make it good, I don't really care what the reasons are. Like, perfect example. I love Spider-Man: No Way Home. It's like it is my favorite Spider-Man movie by miles, right? I like it better than all the Raimi movies. I like it better than fucking, well, I mean, yeah, basically I said it. It's my favorite. And the way that they get into the plot of that movie is fucking retarded. It makes no sense why Doctor Strange would act the way he acts. It makes no sense why Peter would act the way he acts. Like none of it. But once the plot gets going, it is just like character gold. So I hope they do a good job, but I'm not going to set any expectations on anything for real.
I want him to go back to Greece.
Greece?
Yeah,
Fight
I would like him to.
the Roman pantheon needs to die.
Yes, have I think the Roman pantheon invades Greece, and Kratos, you know, goes back to undo the damage he did.
Yeah, that would be cool. I would like it to be Japan. Honestly, I think that would be awesome. Japan's got like Egypt's got some pretty cool mythology, but like I don't know, the Japanese gods are off the fucking hook with some of the weird shit they do. It is pretty awesome. And they got a lot of them, so you're not really hurting. I think there's like 5 or 6 different gods of war in Japan, so I think it would be cool. I don't know, but that's
I
the
also
anime dork
I
in me.
I also hope like some of the like even like if he goes somewhere else, I hope like the support some of the supporting cast from the Norse games continues on.
Oh, you want to keep the companion character? I hope it
Not
goes
just
back.
like
Oh,
I kind of I hope like maybe I hope maybe Sindri comes back and they come to an understanding of how things went down.
oh, he
And
understands
like
how things went down. He's
yeah,
just
but
fucking done. I mean, let's be honest. Kratos treated him like fucking shit, even to the point of not wiping his boots when he walked inside his house. What a dick
yes.
move.
Yes, and
You
that's
know what I
you
mean?
know
He
that
just,
that is something as the god of hope that maybe Kratos could make amends for.
yeah,
And like Freya, I like Freya. Freya's cool.
yeah,
I think she might be a good potential love interest for our bald boy. You know,
yeah. That,
it's been a couple hundred years since
what?
oh
It's only been four 4 years since Frey or Faye.
it hasn't been longer like for Fimbulwinter to kick in because that's supposed to
No,
last like a couple.
Fimbulwinter's 3 years.
Oh, okay.
So from and Faye dies right to kick off the 2018 game.
Yeah.
So she's been
Okay.
dead.
Well,
She's been dead like, you know, 3.5, 4 years, somewhere in there.
okay, maybe in a
But
couple of games, but still,
I'm
that
not
that
saying that he can't have a love interest. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm just saying it hasn't been hundreds of years.
yeah. I think that'd be a good love interest for old bald boy here.
Yeah.
He, our angry guy here deserves a happy ending. I think
Hmm.
I would not be okay with him dying. He needs to
It's
retire.
yeah. What do you think about the God of War TV show? It
Yeah, I mean it's
it's
Amazon, so I have no hope.
okay, but the people who were in charge of all the things at Amazon that are absolute dog shit doesn't like they don't work there anymore. They all retired or resigned. They're all gone. Jennifer
It's
Salke, all the
still
people who worked for her, um, Rafe Judkins, who was the showrunner, got fired. Corey Barlog, who um, was one of he is still the like main executive producer. He fired Rafe and Rafe's 3 writers, and they
it's
brought
still
in
Amazon. I have no
what
hope because
what was it?
even
Let's see.
e- even even without all those people, Fallout still happened. Fallout Season 2 is still a thing. And
Wait,
I hear it's better than Season 1, but I haven't watched it yet. And Fallout Season 1 was not good and was really, really, really weird in certain spots in regards
s-
to
oh, somebody's
sexy
been cast
times.
as Kratos already.
Yeah. It I think he looks like Saffron Olive, the Magic the Gathering content creator, but he's apparently an actor from some other show. And apparently he's the guy
Ryan
who voiced Thor
Ryan
in
Hurst.
this.
Oh, so instead of getting the guy who voiced Kratos in to play this, they got the guy who voiced Thor.
I
Oh,
mean,
good.
the guy has a beard. He's got a really good beard. I mean, so I think like part of the reason why I kind of don't have hope for it is they're skipping the Greek saga. Like, come on, this Like
Yeah.
if you're gonna do an adaptation, start at the beginning because the Norse saga isn't as meaningful without the Greek saga.
That is
All of
true.
Kratos's character developed. Kratos is the contrast between Kratos at the end during the Greek saga and the Norse saga works because you saw what he was, especially at the end of the third game. You saw him consumed by vengeance, and now you're seeing him with years of contemplation about what all that meant and what that cost him and what that cost Greece.
Yeah.
And
Well,
I don't think that I don't
just
think
skip it.
that works quite as well without
All right.
seeing. I don't think the Norse stuff will work quite as well without
So
seeing that.
I keep saying Babylon 5, right? Because for whatever reason, just like how you keep saying 2016, I know that it's either Babylon 5 or Battlestar Galactica, and I keep trying not to say Babylon 5, but then I keep saying Babylon 5. But anyways, Ronald D. Moore is going to be the showrunner of the God of War TV show. He did Battlestar Galactica.
Mm, the new one,
Now, yeah,
I liked the first two seasons of that.
yeah. So
I really liked the first two seasons. The rest of
now
it was okay.
the other thing is he's never played any of the God of War games.
Now that's a big shot. That's a big negative.
But if he watched the story breakdowns, I could see being like, all right, how the fuck do I adapt the Greek shit? All right, so wait. I mean, you could take story beats. You could do it. It is doable because well, even like 2018 took those things and kind of brought the story beats forward so that it is uh like usable story that's not just full of
Yeah.
like crazy edginess.
I mean,
But
I'd be like okay with them cutting it down to like a season.
yeah,
Like cover the three Greek games in a season, like 2 episodes for each game. That'd be fine.
I think it would be hilarious if they they had two different actors so that it would like one that looked like the old Kratos and the one that looks like the new Kratos. Because they don't look the same. They don't have the same like facial features.
No,
But it's all
and
right. You can
hey,
tell who they are supposed to be.
hey, that means that if you have two actors, that means when you get to Valhalla, you have two actors for Kratos, and you can do a scene with the young Kratos and the old Kratos arguing.
Yeah. Actually, I kind of wish there
Or,
was more arguing. It was more
or
of just a
since you have two actors, you could even have Kratos, old Kratos versus young Kratos.
I kind of thought that's where Valhalla was going, but it didn't.
That would have been a fun boss fight.
I like Tyr's boss fights. I gotta be honest with
Oh
you.
yeah, yeah. I'm not complaining about it. I just like imagine like you have a boss fight with young Kratos, and well, it wouldn't work in the context of a roguelike, but like you fight the spirit of young Kratos and he steals the blades away from you, so you only have the axe.
Yeah, yeah, that would be kind of cool. But, I'm not the maddest about that not being a thing. The fact that he accepts himself as a way to get past it, I enjoyed that thoroughly.
Yeah,
Um,
that's fine. Like Valhalla's the best part of the game, bar none.
yeah. Did you fight Gná?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you robbed yourself. That boss fight is
I'm
awesome.
I was gonna do it on New Game Plus someday.
All right.
I need to buy 2018 and like go through that on Give Me God of War and then go through the New Game Plus on Give Me God of War and then I was gonna do this, but that's like in the future.
Yeah. The
That that might be after the Dark Souls arc. which is after the Assassin's Creed arc.
Oh man. Yeah, because two of the greatest bosses in the series are the Berserker King and the Valkyrie Queen, Gná. Did you fight Sigrun in 2018?
No, I didn't. I didn't do any like that was on the
Oh,
PlayStation. Like that was
bro, she's such a good boss. Sigrun, I'll tell you what, Sigrun on New Game Plus, Give Me God of War, is broken. It does not function properly. You can beat it, but it is one of the hardest bosses I've fought in any game. It's hard. She's harder than Melania. She's harder than fucking any Dark Souls boss, any Elden Ring boss. Harder than Prime Radon. She is functionally broken because her moves are too fast. They didn't account for the AI, so occasionally, not every time, but occasionally she'll chain attacks together that are not possible to dodge or block. And the only hope you have is if you can, um, it, if your reflexes are good enough, which sometimes you won't even know it's happening until it's happened, you can use the Fury mode or Spartan Rage to tank through something. But on just regular Give Me God of War difficulty, she's like just amazing boss. It still took me forever to beat her uh like without getting hit. Took for fucking ever, man. But yeah, you robbed yourself of those experiences by not
it's eventually
playing
going
them.
to happen. It's just listen, I
Yeah.
play two MMOs. What do you want from me? Actually, God of War 18 was before City of Heroes came back, so that was just WoW days. But that's when I was working overnights, so like
Yeah.
there's too many games to play, man.
Oh yeah, I feel you. And like I always find my way back to these to like the harder games, the Souls like games. Um, I need to branch out more, but God of War is a great, um, a great. They can't. I don't know. Is it an action game?
Action RPG.
It's yeah, but like games that are super heavy action games, like what Devil May Cry has turned into. I don't have the. I don't know. I don't have the interest to play that, which doesn't make it a bad game. It's just not a game that I'm interested in anymore, which sucks
That's a
because Devil May Cry
series
1 is probably like my favorite game of all time.
that
It's
is
hard
a
to pick
series
just
I have
one.
to catch up on. I played the first 3 and then kind of fell off.
Yeah, I like Devil May Cry. Uh, I, I played 5. I didn't beat 5. I got to a point in it where I just said, "Fuck this! I'm not doing this anymore." I I, I didn't enjoy it to the point where I just quit, which is rare for me. But it was like a combination of what they had done to Dante's character and um, what like the gameplay up to that point. It was like, yeah, this game's not for me. I'm tapping out of the series. But now God of War I found really engaging, and I do have nitpicks the same as you. Well, I have some nitpicks, and there are some things I think could have been done better overall, but I think I'm highly positive on this game.
Like I said at the start, I like it. I think it's above average. I think the villain holds it back from being as good as its predecessor because
Yeah.
Baldur was amazing and Odin is not. I
Yeah.
I felt I like I wanted to kick Baldur's rear end by the end of that game. I wanted to I would he needed to be put in the ground. Odin needed to be put in the ground, but I did not feel any particular animus at him. I was just annoyed at him.
I see.
He's a Dumbo head who needed to be killed. Balder was a blood feud that I enjoyed killing.
Yes. Oh my God. You know, one thing I can say about Dark Souls 2, it's got a really big jump up in graphics fidelity from Dark Souls 1 that I kind of wish they hadn't have gone with. I just turned on Dark Souls 2 and was like, oh, this was
All right.
unnecessary.
Well,
But
it's about 10 p.m. here, so I ought to call it an evening.
yeah, I had fun with our chat. I really enjoyed
Yes,
it.
so did
I'm
I.
gonna
Yes.
go ahead and end this stream, get some water, and then I'm gonna start a Dark Souls 2
Dude,
stream.
when the TV series comes out, you wanna do streams on it?
I would love to, but how many days did we try to set up this stream? You know what I mean? Like some days with work, I'll work 14 hours a day, and then when I'm at home, I have family. Um, so who knows? Maybe I would like to. Hopefully it comes out on a weekly basis, and then we can watch it and talk about it. If it comes out
Yes.
all at once, it probably like I real life is too much for that.
Yeah. Well, okay, so if it comes out weekly, we can try to talk about it weekly. If it comes out all at once, you watch it at your own pace, and then once you're done, we'll find a day that we can talk about it,
Okay.
and we'll try to bully Phoenix into it.
I'm trying to see. All right, does that work? Does YouTube chat
All right.
show up now? Hmm.
Okay.
All right, man. Well,
I'm
I
going
had a
to end my
blast.
stream here. Yeah,
Yes,
this was
sir.
fun.
All
Have a
right,
good
man.
evening. Have a
You
good
too.
evening, Ninja Chat. Have a good evening, my chat. I'll be back tomorrow. We'll be playing some City of Heroes.
Awesome.
Anyone who's watching on my stream, go subscribe to Ninja. He's nifty.
Yes, and anyone watching on mine, you probably already are subscribed to Ryu. If not, there's a link in
Well,
the
you need
description
to.
of this.
If you're
Um,
not, you need to. I need 3 subscribers for 100.
oh man. Yeah, I put a link to his channel in the chat or in the description. I am going to. Nope, that's not how that works. Let's see, copy. I'm going to paste it into the chat as well.